Most business owners are using AI completely wrong. And I'm not talking about needing better prompts or fancier tools. I mean, the entire foundation of how you're approaching this is broken. And I know this because I did the exact same thing for months, and I was using AI to write emails, draft content, brainstorm ideas, and I was cranking out more than ever. But when I looked at my actual business, nothing had changed. I wasn't making more money. I wasn't getting more time back. I was just busier, which is kind of the opposite of the point. So today, I'm breaking down 5 mistakes I see entrepreneurs making with AI, mistakes I made myself, and what to do instead. Because once this shift clicks, AI stops being a shiny object and starts being something that actually grows your business. Mistake number 1, task-based trap. This is where it all starts to go sideways, and I see it constantly. Most people use AI one task at a time. Write this email, create this caption, help me with this blog post. Totally tactical, and the output looks great. So you feel productive because you're creating more than ever before. But what nobody tells you is that activity is not the same thing as results. And more output doesn't automatically mean more revenue. I'll use myself as an example. I was using AI to write social posts, to draft newsletters, create LinkedIn and Substack content, tons of output, but none of it connected to anything. The social post didn't lead anywhere specific. The email didn't tie back to an offer. The newsletter was just a newsletter. There was no system underneath any of it. And when there's no system, your results stay random. You might get lucky with a post that does well, or maybe a spike in subscribers, but there is no predictability and nothing compounds. The real shift happened for me when I stopped asking AI to do individual tasks and I started using it to build actual systems. Workflows and automations that run whether I'm sitting at my desk or not. That's a fundamentally different use of this technology, and it's the one that actually moves the needle on both your time and your income. Mistake number 2 is only using AI for the final output. This one probably costs people the most, and I think it's because it's the least obvious mistake to make. Most entrepreneurs only use AI at the end or for the finished product or the outline, the content, the copy, the thing that people see. But that's using maybe 10% of what AI can actually do for your business. Before I ask AI to create anything now, I use it to think. I use it for research. I use it to pressure test an offer before I build it, to analyze what's actually working in my space, to understand what my audience is struggling with, and not what I assume they're struggling with, but what's showing up in real conversations and real data. So instead of jumping straight to write me a sales page, I'm asking something like, here's the offer I'm thinking about. Here's who it's for. Here's how I'm positioning it. What gaps do you see? What objections would this audience have? And what am I not considering? This changes everything because now I'm not just creating faster, I am making better strategic decisions before I create anything at all. And those better decisions are what actually drive revenue, not the content itself. AI shouldn't just produce your final output. It should sharpen your thinking across your entire business before you ever get to the output stage. Mistake number 3 is outsourcing your thinking. This one might step on some toes, but it needs to be said. Stop asking AI to make your decisions for you. I see this all the time. What should I write about? What niche should I pick? What should I charge? What business model should I use? And I get it. It's tempting because AI will give you an answer immediately and it sounds confident. But when you do this over and over, you're not building a business, you're building a dependency on a tool. And honestly, how many of us really need a yes person in our lives? Most of us don't. If you've been in business for a while, your judgment is one of your biggest assets. You have years of experience, real relationships, actual intuition about your market, and all of that is worth something. Don't hand it over to a chatbot. What I do instead is I bring AI, my thinking, and then I ask it to challenge me. So I'll say something like, here's my idea for this offer. Here's my pricing. Here's my reason. Here's my offer. Now poke holes in it. What am I not seeing? What assumptions am I making that could be wrong? That's a sparring partner, and that's incredibly useful. You might think AI doesn't do this, but it will pressure test. What comes on the other side are better decisions. Not because AI made them, but because AI forced you to think deeper about them. And the time you invest in learning how to work with AI this way pays for itself over and over again, because you're building a skill. You're not just getting a quick answer. Mistake number 4 is no foundation underneath. This is the one that keeps people on the hamster wheel. And I was guilty of it for longer than I'd like to admit. Most people don't build any foundation for their AI usage. Every prompt starts from scratch. Every output is disconnected from the last one. And there's no knowledge base or voice guide or framework, just a blank chat window every single time. So your results stay inconsistent because AI has zero context about you or your business, and you end up spending more time fixing things you saved by using AI in the first place. What changed everything for me was doing what I call front-loading the work, building the foundation before I ever start creating or building anything with AI. I'm talking about a brand voice guide so AI knows how I sound, audience profiles so it knows who I'm talking to, project briefs, content frameworks, business context, all of it documented and accessible so AI always has something to work from. And the beautiful thing is that this compounds. Every single interaction builds on the last one because the context keeps getting richer. Instead of starting from 0, you're going deeper every time, and both the quality and the speed improve dramatically. This is the difference between using AI as a random tool and using it as an actual operating layer of your business, one that gets smarter the more you use it. Mistake number 5 is creating without a map. Last one, and it's gonna tie everything together, I promise. Most people use AI to create more, right? More posts, more emails, more content, more stuff. But they have no map for where any of it actually goes, and more stuff without direction just creates more noise. Every piece of content in your business should have a job. Some content brings new people in. Some builds trust over time. Some handles objections, and some drives a specific next step. When you know what each piece is doing and how it connects to the next thing, everything starts working together instead of existing in this tiny little vacuum. And AI is incredible at helping you build this out, not just creating the individual pieces, but mapping the connections between them so that your content, your emails, your offers, and your systems all point in the same direction. That's when AI stops being a productivity tool and becomes something that actually grows your business. So, quick recap. Stop using AI for random one-off tasks and start building systems. Use AI for thinking and research before you do anything. Don't outsource your decisions. Use AI to pressure test them. Front load the foundation work so everything compounds. And map your content to an actual plan so nothing exists in isolation. That's the shift from random to strategic, from busy to profitable. Now, the next obvious question is, okay, Kim, great, but how do I actually do this? And what does this look like day to day? And that's exactly what I'm covering next. I'm gonna walk you through the actual prompts, the actual workflows, and the actual systems I use in my business every day. So subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.